Very well, we are now back to our top story where after the swearing in of Caroline Kituku and Fatuma Saman, the IEBC selection panel is now fully constituted. We are now joined by my colleague Abdiaziz Hashim, who is at Parliament Building, to just give us more in regards to the same. Over to you, Abdi.
Well, thank you so much and good afternoon to our viewers. Troy, you've just rightly put it, is that Caroline Kituku, who has been nominated by the Law Society of Kenya, as well as that is Fatuma Saman, who has been nominated by the Interreligious Council, today was sworn in early in the morning, as you have witnessed at the start of our bulletin, where it was administered by none other than Chief Justice Martha Koome. You might wonder why we're here at the corridors of the August House. We're here at Parliament, given that Parliament is expected to facilitate not only financially but in terms of resources to this particular selection panel that will be spearheaded. We'll be knowing in a few, given that they're still holed up in a meeting. It is a very crucial meeting where they're appointing their new chair, who will ensure that a particular committee is steered well in terms of the 90 days that they're expected to conclude this particular exercise. Now, of course, that is the bone of contention, or the agenda today is to elect a chair of that particular IEBC selection panel of the 9 members. You do know this was not the norm, given that in the previous years we've witnessed the selection panel was 7. Of course, this was precipitated by none other than the tiff between Azimio and Kenya Kwanza after the 2022 general election, where they were calling for responsibility and transparency when it comes to electoral matters. Of course, it born the National Dialogue Committee that was chaired by Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka of Wiper, as well as Kenya Kwanza Majority Leader in the National Assembly, that is Kimani Ichung'wah, were able to steer that particular committee. And one of the issues that majorly they touched upon is that that particular selection panel that was initially 7 members ought to be increased by 9. Now we have 9 members, of course, who have started this particular journey of ensuring that the 2027 polls is adequately prepared for. Now, you do know even the Chief Justice Martha Koome raised some concerns that 2 years after an election, we are trying to look for IEBC commissioners and their chair, since of course, that is Wafula Chebukati, the former chair, as well as the commissioners. Their tenure came to an end and they are looking for new commissioners now. Martha Koome has called for diligency as the IEBC selection panel continue with their discussion. You do know that what is expected from them is that they will forward 2 names, where the president will pick one in terms of the chair, and the rest, of course, will be the commissioners of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Now, outstanding issues that the commissioners, the new commissioners and the chair will be expected to face, or a hurdle that they will be met with as and when they take over anniversary towers, is that the boundary delimitation issues due to constitutional timelines, as well as electoral matters. You do know that there are several areas that do not have representation in terms of members of parliament, as well as members of the county assembly. Those will be their area of focus. You even know one legislator who is now a cabinet secretary for energy, that is Opiyo Wandayi, who used to represent Ugunja constituency. They need to look for their replacement, and of course that needs to be facilitated by none other than the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC. We're currently being informed that the meeting has ended, and now they have accorded us, the members of the 4th Estate, a chance to at least go there and cover that particular briefing. So allow me, Troy, to rush there so that we can hear who is the chair of this IEBC selection panel that has 9 members. Back to you, Troy.